Hi guys, welcome back. Domain 3 Architecture and Design, Chapter 3.9 Explain the importance of physical security controls. So in this video, we're going to discuss physical security and environmental controls. So the listed topic here is the lighting and signs and fencing. So those components we are going to see one by one. Primary considerations. So this is that nothing should impede life safety goals. Human life is always top priority. Mission critical servers and devices should be placed in dedicated equipment rooms that are secured from all possible entrance and intrusions. You can see on the right side picture. It's a very simple pictures give you a clear idea about this. So this room shouldn't have windows or floor to roof walls. Equipment rooms should be locked at all times and only authorized personnel should be granted entrance. The room should be monitored and all access should be logged and audited. Physical security concept: protection, deterrence, delay and detections. So we're going to see why the components, the equipments, why they need for the security to protect the organizations or the valuable stuff. So we're going to see one by one. Perimeter security: fencing, gate and cages. Verifying height, cages and mesh provide security features and natural landscaping, and crime prevent through environmental design. So when planning security for a network scenario, many organizations workload physical security. In many smaller organizations, the servers, switch, routers and patch panels are placed as a matter of convenience because of space restrictions. So this can cause security issues. Speaking from experience, this equipment ends up in the oddest place, such as in the code closest by receptionist desk in the lobby, in the room with the copy machine, or in a storage room with a backdoor exit that is unlocked most of the time. Securing physical access and ensuring that access requires proper authentication is necessary to avoid accidental exposures of sensitive data to attacker performance. Physical profiling of a target organization. Physical access to a system creates many avenues for a branch in security. Unsecure equipment is also vulnerable to social engineering attack. It is much easier for an attacker to walk into reception area. You can say he or she is there to do some work on the server and get access to server in an unsecured area, that it is for the attacker to get into physical secured area with the guest sign in sign out sheet. So in a secure design, physical security control, parallel data control. So when physical security is considered, the most obvious element to control is physical access to the systems and resource. Your goal is to allow only trusted use of those resources via positive identification that the entity accessing the system is someone or something that has permission to do so. Based on the security model you have chosen, the following section briefly describes. We're going to check one by one. So here we can sign the fencing, gate, the lighting. The lighting is from a safety perspective. Too little lights can provide an opportunity for a criminal. Too much light can create glare and blind spot, resulting in potential risk. Protective lights improve visibility for checking badges and people at entrance and inspecting vehicles and detecting intruder both outside and inside building and grounds. Protective light should be located where it will be illuminate dark areas and be directed at probable route of intrusion. Proper placement and positions of fixtures can dramatically reduce glare. In area where crime is concerned, install lamps with a high color rendering index. If area are brightly lit and have a camera, they are less likely to have unauthorized access attempts. A good design provides lighting, minimize glare, is compatible with CCTV, and complies with the local light pollutions and light trespass or ordinance. So regular maintenance ensure that the safety and security of both people and property is not compromised. Twice annually conduct an audit of all exterior lighting. So you can see that there's a different types of lighting: continuous lighting, control lighting, standby lighting, redundant or backup lighting, response area illuminations, So next we move on, next topic, next slide. Barricades, bollards. So bollards are small concrete pillars, sometimes containing lights or flowers. They are used to stop people from driving through a wall, often put between a building and parking lot. They can arrange to form a natural path for walking. As you guys might know this, so everyday life we are seeing this, because this is to enhance the security of critical or vulnerability facility. Physical access to control structures or barricades can be used to protect against unauthorized people, vehicle, or explosive and other threats. So barricades provide a high level of protections and can withstand direct impact forces. Vehicle barricade often are used to restrict area to stop a vehicle from entering without proper authorizations. A common barricade found in many environments is bollard, a short post and prevent vehicles from entering an area. So crash rated barriers and bollards provide the best security but are most costly. So examples of vehicle barricades include a drop arm gates, and then planters and crash barrier gates. So these are the example. So cameras supplements security guard, work in conjunction with the guard or other monitoring mechanism, provide point of view not easily achieved with guards. So locations, entrance and exit, loading bays, stairwells, refuse collections areas. So camera are the most common method of perimeter surveillance. So the video signal is processed and then transmitted for viewing at central monitoring point. Traditionally, CCTV has been analog. However, recent technology have taken advantage of the digital format, including IP video surveillance that uses TCP/IP for remote or wireless recording and monitoring. CCTV is a critical component of a comprehensive security program. It is important to appropriate plan and set clear, measurable objective for CCTV system. Failing to do so from the outset can be costly. So many types of CCTV systems are available. So organizations should take technical, administrative and legal consideration into account before during the implementation of CCTV. So you can see that CCTV environments, internal and external, field of view, area to be monitored, so lighting, natural, artificial. So you need to make sure these all are the important things. So when you place the CCTV, because it's like a security guard, so the presence of security guard can be reassuring to employees and can discourage intruder. Security guards are often armed, so they must be trained properly. The range of duty for guards can include manning security gates, so checking credentials, conducting active patrols, and monitoring CCTV feeds. So guards tend to be greater visual deterrent than camera alone, and are often used in combinations with other measures such as deterrent sign. So let's move on next topic. Detections. There is two types of motion detection and infrared detection. So the main purpose of the motion detector is to provide security against intruder by alerting security personnel to an unexpected person's unexpected presence or suspicious activity on the company premises. Motion detector contain a sensor that is integrated with the other technology to trigger an alert when a moving object is in sensor field of view. So motion detector can be based on light, sound, infrared or ultrasonic technology. So infrared detection is based on the electrical signal that uses infrared light beams connected to a detector. So it can be either active or passive. In active infrared detections, an alarm goes off when a constant light beam is interrupted. So in passive infrared detections, a heat source event must trigger the alarm because infrared detects pickup movement. They are useful when a high level of security must be maintained, such as in banks and restricted military facilities. So these devices must be properly configured because they are extremely sensitive and can issue false alarm if they are set too stringently. Mantraps. So it's a double door. If you see the picture, is very clear. You guys used to see this. So the railway stations or some areas, the airport. So a mantrap is a holding area between two entry points that gives security personnel times to view a person before allowing him into the internal building. One door of a mantrap cannot be unlocked and opened until the opposite door has been closed and locked. So in the most basic implementations of mantraps, one door connects to the non-secured area and other door connect to the portal to the secure area. Mantraps are often used to prevent tailgating and are found in areas such as data center. So mantrap doors are operated mainly via RFID cards and can be sophisticated enough to record a person weight coming in and out. For example, a trigger an alarm if the person might be taking equipment from the data center. Locks and locks types. There's a number of types. You can see digital locks or analog. The manual locks you can see in the picture. So lock must be easy to operate. Deter the intruder. Beyond the normal key locks, several different types can be considered. A cipher lock has a punch code entry system. A wireless lock is opened by a receiver mechanism that reads the card when it's held close to the receiver. So a swipe card lock requires a card to be inserted into the lock. Many hotels use these factors to consider are strength, material and cost. So access can be controlled by physical securing a systems within a lock rooms or cabinets, attaching the systems to fixed. Unmovable furniture using cables, locks or restraints, or locking the case itself to prevent the removal of key components. Non-standard case screws add another layer of security for publicly accessible terminal. So other secured area consideration include ensuring that air duct, drop ceiling and raised floor don't provide unauthorized avenues for physical access. Of course, you can have the most secure lock on the door and use biometric device for identifications, but if the walls don't go up all the way and ceiling can be removed in access room, so with sensitive equipment in them, someone can easily walk off with equipment and sensitive data. So be sure to consider all area of the room. So move on the next slides. Biometric access controls. So based upon your specific biometric measurements, fingerprint, iris scans, retina scan, hand scan. So fingerprint, iris scan, retina scans, hand scan, voice facial recognitions and others, etc. So greater confidence of client identify. So employee should have access to the facility based on this role or functions. So this includes visitors controls and access control to software programs for testings and revisions. Access list restrictions specifically align a person access to informations with his or her role or functions in the organizations. Of functional or role-based access control determines which person should have access to the certain locations with the facility. Access can be granted via cards, tokens, or biometric. So most modern access control use proximity card that enable user to gain access to the restricted area. Proximity card stores details of the holder's identities, similar to how chip and PIN bank cards do. The difference is that proximity readers can read the information using radio frequency communications, making actual contact with the card unnecessary. So simple holding the card close to the read enable its detail to be read and checked quickly. Security tokens is one of the best access control. So security tokens can be used to grant access to computers and devices. A security token is a small and easy to carry temper resistant physical object. So many times the token is used in addition to PIN or password, so that if the token falls into the wrong hands, it is useless without the corresponding information. One of the most common physical security token is a key fob. So retinal scans, for example, require that user place an eye in contact with imaging aperture. So some user might feel squeamish at the potential for contagious disease or be concerned with potential injuries. Slide. Personal access controls. There are different technology to grant access to the building. User activated. A user does something. Swipe card, biometric, as I said before. So proximity device transported. So yes, as I said before. So the previous slide. So then site access controls. Key cards. Centralized access control consists of card readers, central computers, and electronic door latches. Prox is easy to use, provide an audit record, easy to change access permissions. A cons is can be used by others. If lost, people may tailgate. So although many organizations try to avoid using physical keys, it is almost impossible not to have some keys within the organization. The key found in organization range from office cabinet keys to company vehicle keys. So nothing is more unsettling than to find that keys to area that hold valuable information are missing from the key backboard. So all organizations should have some type of key management policy in place. So when formatting a key management policy, items is considers include the few things. So first is protecting master key from leaving the site. Second is grouping keys that are used together. Third is determining which employees are permitted to use keys. Fourth is formulating misuse and loss policies. Fifth is providing a secure key location. So this is considers the key management systems are available with options such as cabinet that unlock only the correct authentications, that allow only the authentication key to be removed. Let's move on next slide. Physical access control. Turnstiles. So you guys, most of the places the common area, the public area, you can see this very important this type of security. Safe and locking cabinet. A locked cabinet or enclosures is another alternative for laptop equipment that it is not used or that doesn't have to be physical access on a regular or daily basis. So vendor provides solutions such as security cabinet lockers that secure CPU towers. The housing is made of a durable heavy-duty steel for strength that locks the sides and door are ventilized to reduce risk of overheating. Another option is wood laminated security computer cabinet that provides a computer workstation that can be locked away into a cabinet for space as well as security. Computer cabinet includes a keyboard, drawers, and adjustable top shelf, a slide out bottom shelf accommodations, a CPU and printers. So it has built-in cable management, Chromebus. So depending on the what need to be secured, some computers enclosure can hold everything from LCD, LED, flat screen to entire system. So these types of security is often used for training room, where the computer can be secured without having to remove them from each training session. So you can see the best safe controls, control access, a fireproof, temper resistance, and evidence. This is a bulletproof. So and then key management, as I said before, as I discussed before, as I talk about. So let's move on next slide. Cage and shielding. Shielding, the process of preventing electronics emissions from your computer system from being used to gather intelligence and preventing outside electronics emission from disrupting information process ability. Faraday cage or Faraday shield on enclosures used to block electromagnetic fields, and Faraday shield may be formed by a continuous covering of conductive material, or in the case of Faraday cage by mesh or such material. So tower style computers can also be targeted for thieves, not only because they have higher resale value than laptops, so but also because of the data they might hold. For example, financial businesses have been hit hard by theft of desktop computer because they hold a lot of personal data. Secure computer towers and server cages that bolt to the floor can improve physical security and prevent theft. In machines that are bolted to the floor, drives access can be either completely restricted or left available for easy of use. Server cages are most often found in the data center to protect server equipment and separate customers' equipment. Colocations data centers can host the information of multiple customers, so typically a standard data center cage made of rigid metal is used. Cage can be modified based on computer specifications such as stronger lock restricted backside access or military grade requirements. Some laptops safe security case have special feature to protect an organization computer and data out in the field. For example, FlexiSafe Digital makes a safe that is designed for a people who takes their laptop computers home from work. Also available are high security laptop safes, which stores laptop in manner similar to bank vault storage. Individual storage accommodations laptop is locking compartment. So and those compartment can then be additionally secured behind the high security main safe door when required. So the open compartment version offers open shelves for storage that can be secured by the safe mains doors. Other computer safe options include types made to the securely store laptops and carry cases plus others valuable equipment in receptions area. Mobile car safes made to prevent smash and grab attacks, and home computers safe within an electronics lock similar to the safe provided in hotel rooms. So let's move on next slide. Environmental control. There is a very important one, this HVAC, hot and cold aisles, suppressions. So we will see one by one. HVAC. So there was a mistake. So yeah, HVAC. Yeah, that was correct. So HVAC, heating, ventilations, air conditions. Backup power UPS, zone-based heating and cooling. When doing facilities plannings, you need to take into consideration the cooling requirements of computer data centers and server rooms. The amount of heat generated by some of equipment is extreme and high variable. Depending on the size of the space, age, and types of equipment, the room contains energy consumption typically range from 20 to 100 watts per square feet. Despite being smaller and more powerful, newer servers might consume even more energy. Some high-end facilities with state-of-the-art technology can require up to 40 watts per square feet. So this space consumes many times more energy than office facilities of equivalent size and must be planned for accordingly. So smaller, more powerful IT equipment is considerable hotter than older systems, making heat management a major challenge. I give you exam tips. So when monitoring the HVAC, heating, ventilations and air conditioning system, keep in mind that overcooling causes consideration on equipment and too dry equipments lead to excessive static. So monitoring the area for hot spots and cold spots where one exchange is frigid cold under a vent and still hot elsewhere. Water or drain pipes above facilities also raise a concern about upper floor drains clogging. So one solution is to use rubberized floors above the data center or server room. Above all else, timely air conditions maintenance is required. So as you can see the pictures. This is one of the best example. So let's move on the next slide. So the hot and cold aisles. Data center and server farms can make use of a alternating arrangement of server racks with alternating row facing opposing direction. Fan intakes draw in cool air vented to rack facing the cold. In the cold aisles. So facing the cold aisles, and then fan output of a hot air is vented to the altering hot aisles for removal from the data center. You can see in the picture is very good example. So the these data center organizations provide greater efficiency in thermal management by allowing supply ducts to serve all cold aisles and exhaust ducts to collect and draw away heated airs. Overcooling causes condensed on equipment, and too dry environment lead to excessive static. In addition to monitor temperature, organizations should monitor humidity. Humidity is a measure of moisture content in the air. A high level of humidity can cause components to rust and degrade electrical resistance or thermal conductivity. A low level of humidity can subject components to electrostatic discharge, causing damage, and extremely low level components might be affected by the air itself. So the American Society of Heating, Refrigerating and Air Conditions Engineers recommend optimal humidity level in the range of 40 to 55%. So environmental monitoring solutions can raise alerts or trigger automated response as needed. Alerting system must be capable of sustaining operating system during the event, so water sensing monitor should be able to function and rise an alert when the environment is filled with water. So monitoring system must also be able to communicate in the event of service disruption so that the alert can be paused to reproduce even if the email server cluster has shut down from the thermal overload conditions. If the monitor solution relies on networking for sensor measurements or rising alerts, environmental issues that degrade or prevent network communication might go unnoticed, or alert might not reach responder in timely manner. So let's move on to the next topic. So fire prevention and detections and suppressions. Fire prevention includes training employee on how to react, supply the right equipment, enabling fire suppression supplies, proper storage of combustible elements. Fire detection includes alarm, manual detection, pulse boxes, automatic detections response systems with sensor, etc. Fire suppression is the use of suppression agent to put out a fire. Two primary types of fire suppression systems in use are fire extinguishers and fixed system. So fire is a danger common to all business environments and must be planned for well in advance any possible occurrence. This is the first step in fire safety program is fire prevention. So the best way to prevent fires is to train employee to recognize dangerous situations and report them immediately. Knowing where a fire extinguisher is, how to use it can stop a small fire from becoming a major catastrophe. Many of the new motions and ultrasonic detection systems also include threat and smoke detection for fire prevention. These systems alert the monitor stations of smoke or rapid increase in temperature. If a fire does break out somewhere with the facility, a proper fire suppression system can avoid major damage. Keep in mind that law and ordinance apply to the deployment and monitor of fire suppression systems. So the company has the responsibility to ensure that these codes are properly met. In addition, the organization should have safe evacuations procedures and periodic fire drills to protect its most important investment on human life. Fire requires three main components to exit: heat, oxygen, fuel. If you eliminate any of these components, the fire goes out. A common way to fight fire is with water. Water attempts to take away oxygen and heat. A wet pipe fire suppression system is the one most people think of when discussing an indoor sprinkling system. The term wet describes the state of pipe during the normal operation. The pipe in the wet pipe system has water under pressure in it at all times. The pipe are interconnected and have sprinkler heads attached at regular spaced intervals. The sprinkler heads have a stopper held in place with a bonding agent designed to melt at the appropriate temperature. When the stopper melts, it opens the valve and allows water to flow from the sprinkler head to extinguish the fire. Keep in mind, the electronic equipment and water do not get along well. Fires that start outside electrical areas are well served by water-based sprinkler systems, but all these systems should have both manual activation and manual shut-off capability. You want to be able to turn off a sprinkler system to prevent potential water damage. Most systems are designed to activate only one head at a time. This works effectively to put out fires in the early stage. Dry pipe systems work in exactly the same way as wet pipe system, except that the pipe are filled with pressurized air instead of water. The stoppers works on the same principle. When the stoppers melts, the air pressure is released and a valve in the system open. One reason for using a dry pipe system is that when the outside temperature drops below freezing, any water in the pipes can freezing, causing them to burst. So Another reason for justifying a dry pipe system is the delay associated between the system activations and the actual water deployments. Some law requires a sprinkler systems even in area of building that house electrical equipment, so there should be enough of a delay for someone to manually deactivate the system before water start to flow. In such case, a company could deploy dry pipe systems and chemical systems together. We will see that the topic, the types of the sprinkler systems. You can see here's a wet pipe filled with pressurized water. Dry pipe fills with the water only when activated. Dilute and then deluge discharge water from all sprinkler when activated. So pre-action dry pipe that converts to a wet pipe when an alarm is activated. Foam water sprinkler use water and fire retardant foam. Gaseous fire suppression displays oxygen. So here you can see fire extensions ratings, so one by one, so you can also Google it to find more information, the different types of extinguisher ratings. So fire support systems are different types of suppression agents: water, halon and halon substitutes, foam, dry powder, CO2, soda acid. So these all are the key parts. So you can also Google to find more information. So exam preparations. Which of the following is intermediate access mechanism used in a high security installation that requires visual inspections and authentication to gain access? Answer: Mantrap. D. Mantrap. So that's it guys for this video. So this is the last video for module 3. So we will go for the module 4. So if you guys missed the previous videos, anything, you can just click the playlist. You will see more video. Please subscribe my channel, press the bell button to get more update, share the video if you like. Thank you so much guys, have a good day.